Hi, my name is CK Nene. This is the second tutorial in HTML. In this tutorial, we're actually going to look at the basic structure of an HTML document. And I want to believe that everyone has his browser and text editor installed. So I'm going to launch my text editor, which is Notepad++. If you freshly install it, it's actually going to display some punch codes for you and all that. Do not bother yourself about them so much. You can just go to File and then you create a new document. So actually, I'm coming to create a new document over here. So I want to name my file as this is actually my first file, so I'll name it as index.html. index.html. Alright, when you come to the Save As type, try to actually select Hypertext Markup Language, which is over here. Then you select this one. Alright, I want to save mine to my desktop. Yeah, okay, so it's saved. Alright, so good to go. The very first thing we have to do is actually bring a comment tag. A comment is actually a piece of code or text inside the HTML document which won't display anything in the web browser and won't have any effect on the document's appearance and whatsoever. So each comment starts with an exclamation sign. So it comes as doc type, which is actually specifying the document type. It's equal to HTML. Alright, so from here the real coding begins. The very important and then the most important tag you have in HTML is the HTML tag itself. So you have HTML, and then inside the HTML tag we're going to specify the language, the browser. So we specify this language to be equal to English. So EN is for English. Alright, one important thing you should also remember is each time you open a tag, try to actually close the tag before you even put anything inside, because if you forget, it's actually difficult to remember or find where the error is and all that. So let's close our HTML tag. Alright, so every other thing we're going to do inside the whole document is actually going to be between the HTML tags. Alright, so the important one, just like a human being, you have your head, you have your body, and then you have your foot. Alright, so we're actually coming to start with the head tag. The head tag actually carries all the information about the web page, and then it doesn't display any content on the web page at all. So this one is just for information. Alright, so very important tags that you can find in the head tag include a title tag and a few others which we will actually learn about as we go along the way. So I'm coming to introduce my title tag over here, and then I close it. Title. Alright, okay, so over here my title is gonna be like my first page. Alright, so when you run this code, what this one will basically do is that it will display my first page inside the head section of the browser. For example, in this case, the head property of the title property of this particular page is lang in HTML, Google search, blah 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 blah. Alright, so this actually displays the title of our page, and then we can actually add some other things like the meta chart set. This is where we add the links, and then all other scripts and all that. So let's leave that for now. As we go along, we're actually going to introduce some other things. So just as I said, like a human being, you have your head. Now it goes down to the body. So let's open our body tags. And I told you earlier in the previous video that everything you see displayed on the web page is actually enclosed in the body tags. And when you actually analyze this block of code over here, you realize that I have HTML tag, and then on the next line the head tag came, but it's a bit indented. After the head tag, the title tag came, which is also a bit indented. This is done so that you can easily read the code and all that. So next time when you're reading the code, it shouldn't be too difficult for you to read and all that. Alright, so when I come to my body tag, I would actually want to display something to the web page or the browser. So let me just say this is a sample line of text. Alright, so I'll go to the next line and say this is another line of text. Alright, so this is a very simple structure of an HTML document. So when we save this document, you can either go to File, then you press Save, or you can just use Control S on your keyboard to actually save this document. Alright, so I'm now going to my desktop to actually look for this file. In my desktop, I have okay, I have index.html on my desktop. Where is this? Damn. Okay, I have my index.html. So when I double click on this, it actually opens up a page for me, and inside the title bar you see something displayed over here as my first page, which is actually what we displayed over here as my first page. That is the title. So when you come back to the browser, I also wrote 2 lines of text which I wanted to display on the page. This is a sample line of text. Sorry, I wanted to write this is a sample line of text, and then on the second line I wrote this is another line of text. So why is it that I wrote these things on 2 separate lines but they all appear on the same line? Alright, this is because there is a tag in HTML called the breaking tags. I didn't bring this tag, so the browser doesn't really know what I was trying to do. It doesn't matter how you display your codes, but the tags actually format everything and take care of how everything actually appears. So I'm actually going to introduce you straight to the breaking tags. So this is actually BR. In HTML there are some tags which are self-closing. The BR is an example, but the title tag is not self-enclosing. So when you open the title tag, you close the title tag again. So this is just a very simple example. We save the document and then we go back to run this code. It actually gives us 2 different lines of codes. Alright, so this is actually a very simple structure of an HTML document. All HTML documents actually take this style. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next tutorial, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.